President Biden's going to take a break from his infrastructure victory tour tomorrow to deal with something that's been crippling his poll numbers, the southern border. Take a look at the polling right now. Just under 42% of Americans approve of what the president is doing with his job. 52% plus disapprove. His numbers on how he's handling the border are far worse than that. The president will meet with the Mexican and Canadian presidents to discuss a slew of issues, including the recent surge of migrants. But unfortunately, the president has little to no leverage at the moment with the Mexican president. Here's Mr. Biden, Secretary of Homeland Security, yesterday explaining that Mexico just isn't playing ball.
It is because we are implementing the court's order in good faith. We are working with Mexico. It requires a bilateral relationship and an agreement.
All right. There's already thousands of migrants headed to the border through Mexico right now. Another caravan scheduled to start tomorrow. And that's not all. Axios reports Mr. Biden's new border problem. Nations won't take back migrants. An unprecedented number of migrant adults are coming from countries that make deportation difficult, primarily Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Brazil. Simply put, countries are not taking back migrants, and they're coming from countries that don't make deportation easy. A man charged with protecting the border, Brandon Judd, president of the National Border Patrol Council, joins us now. Always appreciate you being with us. If you listen to Secretary Mayorkas, hey, it's not the Biden administration's fault. Just blame this all on Mexico. Does he have a point?
No, he doesn't. In fact, if they would have never gotten rid of the MPP in the first place, we wouldn't be in this current situation. There's an awful lot
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you. I don't know what NPP means.
The migrant protection protocols will remain in Mexico. If they wouldn't have gotten rid of that program in the first place, that they're supposed to re-implement, that Mexico has given this administration a hard time doing, if they wouldn't have gotten rid of it in the first place, we wouldn't be here right now. There's an awful lot that Mexico can do to help this issue, and they did it under the Trump administration, but they have to have reason to do it. These cartels are generating billions of dollars for the Mexican economy, and if President Biden doesn't step up, and if he doesn't do the same thing that President Trump did, such as threaten tariffs against them, then there's no reason for Mexico to help us, even though there is a great deal that they could do. There just has to be an incentive for them to actually step to the plate.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, migrants by year, 2019 under the Trump administration, 921,000. 2020 during COVID dropped to 547,000. That was the combination of get tough from the Trump administration and COVID. And then it spiked now almost to 1.7 million. That is so far in 2021. That number will go up. Is the Biden administration using Mexico as a foil almost to saying, hey, look, it's not our problem, and therefore they don't have to make any of the hard decisions or take any of the tough political choices?
Well, that's the spin that this administration tries to do all the time. When they're caught as being wrong, then they'll try to deflect and try to blame other people. They continue to try to say that this is Trump's fault. They continue to try to say that he got rid of all of the infrastructure, when in reality he built up the infrastructure. And so this is the deflection game that we've been expecting from this administration. But again, all we have to do is look at history. What has Mexico done in the past? And any time that this country has been tough on Mexico, any time that we have tried to force Mexico with such things as tariffs or withholding money or economic issues, we've seen Mexico step to the plate. And again, there is a lot that they can do. These people that are coming through Mexico to be smuggled into the United States, they are violating Mexican law. They're not just violating the laws of the United States, they're also violating laws in Mexico. So there is an awful lot that they can do. The question is, will they do it?
Yeah, you don't sound optimistic in that statement, but we appreciate you leaving it as an open question. We'll see tomorrow how the conversations go. This headline caught our eye, and it's important to realize. Texas Democrat, this is Henry Cuellar, conservative Democrat. We've had him on the show. Fine gentleman, certainly a Democrat in every sense of the word, but a practical one from Texas. Calls for new border czar. I've moved on from the vice president. Does who the border czar is really matter, or is it more what the policies that the border czar are implementing?
Well, it matters in what the border czar is telling the administration. If the border czar goes to the administration and says, this is what you must do, and then the administration doesn't do it, then it's going to fall on the head of the administration. But if you have a border czar that is weak, if you have a border czar that is looking to pander to open border special interest groups, then the administration isn't going to be getting the information that is necessary. You always have to have, in an administration, you have to have people that are going to be willing to push back on what your general tendencies are. If not, you're never going to get the proper information, and you're not going to be able to make the informed decisions because of that information. So yes, it is important who the border czar is, because that person has to give good information to the administration.
I believe that's what Doris Kearns Goodwin called team of rivals for President Lincoln. Brandon, good conversation as always. We appreciate you taking some time on a Wednesday evening. Talk to you soon, my friend.
It was good to speak with you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.